Mhm. Okay. As usual, tes sesuatu dari kau. Mhm. Okay. As usual, tes sesuatu dari kau. Mhm. Okay. As usual. Okay, there goes here. So, welcome back to the channel, guys. And as usual, I'm just gonna do my Dislyte daily. If you do want to hang out and uh, ask me anything, then feel free to uh, hang out in the chat. and yeah, watch me do my daily quest in here. Let's go. And I'm currently trying out a new beat bounty. So if you're curious, like this is what I'm trying out right now. So the thing about this team is that Momo Chuyao is usual, the usual combo, and Sakura and Lushang is a really good combo, a really strong combo, because Lushang have safeguarded and Sakura have figure guard, which for Lushang safeguarded blocks any debuff that is not an incapacitating debuff, and Sakura figure guard blocks any incapacitating debuff except for any other debuff. So both of them will block every single debuff, and then for if any of those goes through, then Sally will cleanse every debuff every time any allies move, and also she's gonna cleanse every 3 turns too. So nothing in my lineup can be debuffed, which is a very strong thing to have, like usual. If you know me, I love playing around with buffs and debuffs, so if I cannot be debuffed, yeah, I can live for a long time. Like look at this, the new one that is not strong enough to survive just now was Chuyao. So that team is already. Now because I'm using Lushang in my first team, hence on the second team I cannot use the Lushang and wait, I'm gonna reduce the music volume if it is too loud. I cannot use the Lushang and Eugene combo. So because of that, I need to get creative on the second team. So I'm currently trying out to mix the Oli Suju and Mavis combo together with Mingsuo and Changji. But the thing is that what I'm lacking on the second team is what I have a lot on the first team, which is if I get the buff on the second team, then I'm dead. So I need a cleanser in here, that's the thing. Like a cleanser is a very strong thing to have. So there are not many Esper that can cleanse. And also because I have Mavis, like it's not a good idea to use a reviver like Fatum Sister. You know, the only thing I can revive is only if if Mavis already die and then the rest finish their graveless, and Fatum Sister is the last Esper standing, which is gonna be a very rare thing to happen. This one I think Laura can dispel. Yeah, dispel one debuff from each ally, but only if she casts her third skill. So another strong dispeller is Jin Yuyao. So let me try this one. Let me just try this one. I do want to let Sujue die first, and after that Jinyu die next, and then Oli, then Mavis. Because the AI if they have nothing better to do, they're gonna aim to kill the one in the front row. So it goes from Mingsuo to here to here to here to here. So yeah, let's continue on. And I do want to put Lu Shang at the last one because I want him to be the last one to die in this lineup. Because what I aim in this lineup is to have accentuated on my Momo as long as possible. Because Momo's damage is 2 damage, so I cannot change the damage that she deals. So if the enemy is taking HP, I will never ever be able to kill them. And the only way I can increase Momo's damage right now, before I have Meta Drew, is by using Lu Shang. Once I have Meta Drew, then it's also a dilemma. Because I need Meta Drew at very high level, but the thing is that if I want to make Meta Drew work in PvE, then I need him to be at level 1. So, yeah, it's a dilemma. Because in here, in PvP, I can use the Meta Drew to steal the stats, the attack and defense stats from my enemy. Hopefully I can give it to Momo, which is also going to be very hard thing to do, I think. Because he will target the one with the least with the most, what is that, golden buff that Drew has, which is that I need to die first, which is something that can hardly happen to Momo. And hello, hi Feneru, welcome to the stream. Hi, how's your day? And is the music too loud? I think the music is still okay, right? Can you still hear me just fine over the music? Please tell me if the music is too loud, okay? Because I cannot hear myself. Maybe I need to reduce it a little bit. Yeah, that should be fine. That should be fine. Music is okay. Okay, and I'm gonna increase it a bit. I'm using 50% volume, so it should be fine, I guess. But look at this. Yeah, Momo is always the last Asper standing. But that is okay, because my Momo is level 7. So unless someone can just one-shot her, which is a rare thing to do with Safeguard here. So it will go on until the battle reaches the part where you can no longer heal and then Momo will die. But before that, yeah, this is my nemesis, because Chehe buys so much time for that to happen. Because the AI is so stupid that Momo will always keep on attacking Chehe until she gets lucky and last hit the Chehe. Otherwise, if I keep on using my counter attack to hit Chehe, she will never die. And now I'm in a very difficult position because we are already wasting so much time there. So never hit a Chehe using a Momo. Okay. Meta Drew is nice to be paired with Resurrection or Delay that stuff. Yes, exactly. But the problem is the level. If you want to use Meta Drew on PvE, then you want Meta Drew to be as low level as possible. But if you do want to use him in PvP, you want him to be as high level as possible. So yeah. That's your dilemma there. You cannot use him for both. You need to choose. I'll most likely probably gonna be using him in a PvE though. Yes. This is a very hard enemy. There are both Momo and Suichai in here. and my Momo is so stupid. She hits the Momo last. What the hell? You leave the Momo for last. That's your mistake, AI. I love level again. He only resurrects himself. Yes, because the passive. Let me go to the Meta Drew's skill set. So here's the thing. Meta Drew's biggest like there are 3 points of Meta Drew. The first one is this, like when any ally, no, this one, this. So the damage dealt also scales with the number of burden of duat stacks all your allied experts have. The more stacks they have, the higher the damage. So Meta Drew can deal quite an okay damage, comparable to Chuyao and Feng Sun, if his allies have a lot of burden of duat stacks. So this is the first point. You can make him as a sub DPS, but you don't want to do that because you know, you're better off just making a full support instead of him dealing damage. Like the damage is okay for a bonus, but that is not a main thing you should aim for. That's the first point. And then the second point is this one. Permanently steals 40 attack and defense from the target, transferring them to the allied expert with the most burden of dual stacks. If the target is small, the attributes will not be reduced. So this is what is very strong for Momo in PvP. And also in PvP, because Meta Drew have so much HP, he gonna live for a very long time. And also because his Divinate gives him more counter-attack chance. So he will counter-attack using his first ability, reducing the enemy's attack and defense, meaning that it will strengthen your Esper and it will weaken the enemy Esper. So if the enemy Esper is someone like Momo, they will deal less damage to you. And if the enemy you steal from is someone like Wuyo, Wuyo also will deal less damage to you because you steal Wuyo's defense. So this is a very strong thing to have in PvP. Now, why you want to have him at low level is because on the passive. When Meta Drew dies, revival countdown begins. After allies have taken 8 active actions, Meta Drew returns to life. Every time an allied Esper revives, all allied Esper's damage increases by 10%, maximum 5 stacks, including Meta Drew himself. All allied, the allied Esper that revives. So Meta Drew can revive himself every 8 active actions of your allies. So the damage increase here is 50% of your final damage increase, which is insanely strong for PvE content. And also if you can have him at resonance 6, you will get 10 stacks, which is 100% final damage increase. So this thing, you need a revival to make use of this. But if you don't bring a revival, then the only one that can resurrect himself is Drew himself. So if you want Drew to stack this by himself, you need him to die as fast as possible, then take 8 active actions, revive him, and die as fast as possible again. So the best thing to do if you want if you want that to happen is to have him at level 1. See? Like the least HP he has, the faster he will die, the faster he will revive again, the faster he will stack this, the faster you will get your damage increase in PvE content. So that's why you want him at low level. But if he is at level 1, that means that he will never have a chance to counterattack, he will never have a chance to do anything. That means that he will never have a chance to steal stats from his target. So the first skill and the second skill is doing the opposite things. So the first skill is for PvP, the second skill is for PvE. So you cannot have them both. Yeah, that's the thing about Meta. Yeah, I see it's tempting, but mostly it feels like punish you if there's any Esper die. No, that's the thing. For Drew, if Drew dies, then the punishment is not as severe as compared to the damage increase that you will receive from Meta Drew. So you do want Meta Drew to die in PvE. Okay. So hence why you need to choose. You cannot have both. Meta Drew in PvE and PvP content. Can he give burden of duet when he died though? No, he cannot. So when he died, the burden of duet stops there. You see, I don't know if some YouTubers says that the damage calculation is still going on, and once Meta Drew revive, then they will all receive the accumulated damage taken during the Meta Drew death, and then get all of them at once. But that is wrong, as it it was wrong. I don't know what happened right now, but when I was on the PTR server, I tested this myself. It doesn't work like that. When Method Ru dies, the burden of duet stops stacking, stops counting, and everything stops when Method Ru died. Okay, so I don't know who spread those rumors, but also I've never tested it again after the PTR testing. So I don't know if that really what happens right now, like developer changed the way that that skill works, or like they never test it properly and say something like that. So when I tested it on my PTR testing, you can go to my analysis video. The damage does not keep going on when Method Ru dies. Okay, the burden of duet stack. And that's the benefit of testing everything myself. You know, I know how every single esper works myself. I don't just get info from rumor. I never watch other YouTubers. I never listen to other people, so I get every single information by myself. I tested everything by myself, and like I see it with my own two eyes. What's happening with every single esper in this game. And I check the chat. Like what is going on with my team here? Let's see. Ooh, nice. Lollipop is on us. Free. Oh my god, Raven Smart Kid. Wow. Roll saja itu berfungsi bang. Brawler is basic attack. Oh yeah. Ya comeback bang. Itu sebenarnya gue. Udah apa ini tuh sih triple. Oh iya banyak banget sama sekali. Oh itu basically. What's the best esper to pair with him? I can think of Jiang Juli because he damages himself when attacking. No, actually, Jiang Juli is okay. Like, the thing is that I don't really care if you damage yourself or you, how to say, or you, wait, I forgot the result of my testing. Does self damage include in the? I don't think self damage include in the calculation of burden of duet. You need to get it from the enemy yourself, because I think I tested it using Mingsuo, and Mingsuo's second skill does not count towards the burden of duet stacks. Yeah, I think I remember that. Mingsuo's second skill reduces his HP to 1, and it doesn't count towards the burden of duet stacks. So you don't really care about the blah 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 damage in here. This is how to say, don't focus on this one, except if you do go to PvE content because in PvE content the boss will damage you, and like you said, you don't want any of your esper to die, so they will stack the burden of duet using this. But in PvP, like for example, if you use Jiang Juli, this one is the one things that gonna happen when any allied esper takes fatal damage. They receive the max number of burden of duet. So the moment Jiang Juli goes into demon mode, he will have a max burden of duet, no matter how much damage he takes. You know, So it doesn't matter how much damage you take. The fastest way to get Burden of Duet is to die. Okay, and you don't actually want any of your Esper to get Burden of Duet stacks. Like if you go in a PvE, you know the Burden of Duet stacks. Yes, it increases your critical damage by 40% here. If you have Meta Druid and Resonance 2, it will stacks up to 10 times and increase your critical damage by 80%. But the Burden of Duet makes your first skill goes randomly. Like the more Esper gets Burden of Duet stacks, the more you have RNG on who gets the permanent stats coming from Meta Druid's first skill. So you actually do not want this to happen. You want this to only happen to your main DPS, and you only want your main DPS to be the one who has Burden of Duet, so that when Drew steals the stats, it will go to your main DPS. So you actually don't want this to happen. You know, and the way to avoid this to happen is to give your ally shield. By giving your ally shield, it doesn't count toward the damage that your allied Esper takes. It goes to your shield. It doesn't go to your Esper themselves. So if you use Lian, you will never ever have a Burden of Duet stacks, because Lian stacks so much shield that it is almost impossible for you. Well, it is possible, but I mean, like, it is very hard for you to get a stack of Burden of Duet, because most of the damage will go to your shield, and I don't want to hit a Chehe if I can. I want to avoid hitting a Chehe. I hate Chehe. And for Meta Yunjuan, if it goes to my Momo team, then it's okay, because Meta Yunjuan reduces the enemy's damage taken, but it doesn't reduce the damage coming from true damage. So it is still okay. Look at that, I still do full damage. See, my Momo. Yeah. Well, he still has Resurrect passive and the sheer damage passive. Yes. So, so it is good, but the best pairing for Meta Drew, I think I remember, but I forgot. Like, what's the Esper? I know for sure that the Esper that has the best pairing is Lian, the first one, because like I said, you don't want any of your other Esper to receive the shield. I mean, to receive the Burden of Duet stacks. So the best pairing for PvE Meta Drew is Lian, and the best one for pairing Meta Drew in PvP is Fatum Sister or Cecilia, like Resonance 6 Fatum Sister, because you want as many Esper to die and resurrect them and get the passive damage increase as fast as possible. You can. Well, I need to look up to my analysis video again. This video again. The conclusion in the comment section. What is it?
Another successful delivery.
Where is it? What is the conclusion? I think I need to look for the video again. Yeah, I forgot. But that's the Espers that I can think on the top of my head. So let's continue with our dailies. 100% resist is tempting though. We rarely get those, right? Even most people doesn't get resist. Oh yes, but the thing is that if you go to Beatbout, like most support Espers have 100% resist. So that's why I like Beatbout and Knockout. Like a lot of players don't like Beatbout and Knockout because of rival roots and also the AI thingy. but I actually like it because of the rival route and the AI. Because with the specific rival route, I can always predict the outcome of the battle just by looking at the Esper. Because their stats will always all be the same. Like when you see a Chuyao, you know that he will always be the first one to do. No matter what other players build him, you know, the speed never change. So you already know like who gonna move next. You know, depending on the line. So you can see the speed there. And yeah, Meta Liling is also a really good Esper. Too bad that I can no longer get Meta Liling, so as a free-to-play players, I only have Meta Liling at Resident 0. So I wish I can have him at higher level. And he is insanely strong, look at that. Also in PvE, he is also really strong. Like the more S3 he spams, the more damage he will deal. And I think there's no limit to that, you know. Like, so if you pair him up with someone like Yuji, you can give him a lot of bonus AP and bonus turn. Like, he will be able to deal an insane amount of damage. But too bad, like as usual, if I don't have an Esper at Resonance 6, like it will eventually lose in terms of damage. Compared to your Resonance 6 Esper. What the hell, Ana looks very toxic. Ana was toxic like a long time ago, but right now there are a lot of Espers that can kill her. Too bad in here I should have bring Petros, but like I said, I'm trying out this lineup against a lot of different lineup. So apparently it doesn't work as good as you know, the Mingsuo and Changji lineup, together with Lu Shang and Yuji there. But I'm using Lu Shang for Momo, so I need to be a lot more creative on this. Let me see. Let's try a different lineup. Obviously, an Abigail here is a must, and I'll probably gonna go with this one, and probably with a Chohong. Let's go. Chohong is also an underrated Esper. There are a lot of players don't have him and don't know how to use him. Let me see. The next one should be. Let me try Changji first. I do want Changji to be here because of how great their synergy is. Mingsuo, Abigail, and Changji. So the thing about Chohong that I'm aiming for, and also if you are here and you want to increase your PvE score, if you do have Lapis, this thing, Slack Buddy, increases the carrier's AP by 25% at the end of their active turn. And Slack Buddy goes to the Esper with the highest speed. So the Esper with the highest speed will move 25% faster every single turn. Because in the AP bar, they already skip 25% of the first part of the AP bar every single turn. Okay, so this is insanely strong to make Esper move really fast. And together with someone like Lapis, Lapis will get a bonus of golden buff stack every time she receives an AP boost, and this happens every single turn. Okay, but I don't have Lapis, so I cannot prove this to you. I cannot test this for you. I cannot showcase this to you. So if you do have Lapis, you do have Chohong, you can try this out yourself. It's a very nice combo, very strong combo. Right now, I'm using it to make my Mingsuo moves much faster. Same thing again, also with like Yuji. A lot of players don't like to use Yuji by herself because she is so much better pairing up with Lu Shang. It seems like she is useless without Lu Shang. But apparently, if you do have Yuji by herself, the two things that you can count on for Yuji is her permanent immunity, which is no longer that permanent if she is without Lu Shang. But the basic ability of Yuji gives 30% bonus AP to Yuji herself and her allies with the lowest HP. Which is in that case, if I pair her up with Mingsuo will receive 30% bonus AP every time Yuji attacks. Oh no, it goes to Feng Sun. I forgot. Yeah. Feng Sun is the fastest in here because I have Feng Sun. Dang it. But Feng Sun will move so much faster. No, we're dead.
Another successful
but
delivery.
then again, I need an AP boost, so I cannot use Choho in here. Like, I need Mingsuo to be the fastest, which is hard because Abigail is faster than him. So I cannot use Choho. Yeah. Let's go with no. If I go with Eugene will give it to Chang-Chi if I have Chang-Chi here. Who should I use? Let me try using a Meta Yuchuan so that I don't die. And then should I go for Clara? Or Gabriel? Let's go with Gabriel first. Yeah, let's go. Also, I recently got Feng Sun. Damn, he's broken in PvE. I got 10 million plus on Shadow Fire, Hard Mode, and Expert PvE are toxic. Everything to certain elemental is just limiting to most. Yeah. Like, Feng Sun is a really good Esper, like a must-have. And if you just recently got Feng Sun, you should change almost every single lineup in your PvE content to bringing Feng Sun. Like, he is a really strong Esper to have. And if you can aim for his Resonance 2, because at Resonance 2 he will give all 3 random buffs every time he spends his third skill, which is very, very strong. Oh, and usual, it's so much. It takes so much longer if I attack the lineup than it's Chohu. So, yeah, we're just gonna watch this. I want to see the second team. I'm testing the second team. The first team is working alright, like it is fine. It's fine, except for the fact that I am dying because of Inky right here. Inky reduced my maximum HP by 50%. Again, like that thing is insanely strong. Hence why I really like Choho. Like, Choho also able to reduce enemies maximum HP by 50%. And up until right now, the only one that can remove that is only Ahmed. I think there was other Esper that can remove that, but I forgot. Like, the recently new Esper can also remove the maximum HP reduction, but I forgot which one. Is it Choho? No. I think there are also Esper that can remove that maximum HP reduction in the recent new Esper, but I forgot which one. Okay, anyway, let's... I think this one is okay. There is not other DPS aside from Ana. And Ana lose to Momo. So we will see. Momo is having a hard time hitting all these like thick Espers, but that's the way it is. Like, the only way for a free-to-play players like me who doesn't have Huyo, doesn't have Chohu, in PvE also I don't have Swampit, I still doesn't have Metaru. I need to get creative, you know, like using Momo to increase my PvP score, and using Mingsuo to increase my PvE score. That's the only way I can survive in this harsh world of a pay-to-win games. Don't die. We die. Dang it. Too bad. Let's keep on going. This one should be fine. Yeah, Nathaniel can also one-shot a level 70 Momo, but that is only if he is at Resonance 6. I think at Resonance 2 here, he shouldn't have enough damage to one-shot me, especially if he doesn't have Everett, so he will not deal critical damage to me, so my Momo should still be alive. Hi Zian Gaming, welcome to the stream. Yeah. Still alive, luckily. So now it's only a matter of time to be able to watch on everyone. Like the only thing Momo need is to just reach that certain time where the enemy's healing is not enough to heal them back to full health, while I still enough to get to heal myself. Damn. We already ran out of chance. Too bad. Yes, our testing, we didn't manage to test this. It should be fine. We're gonna do it tomorrow. Although I'm gonna do it by myself then tomorrow. Yeah, let's go with this. Oh no, I already attacked this one and I failed. This one is so much faster than me. This one I need Petros. Yes, I need Petros on this. Let's go with Petros. It's broken, bro. What broken? Who is broken? Momo? Yes, level 70 Momo is broken. Ah, we died. Yeah, that's the thing about Mingsu. Oh my god, I didn't see. Yes, that is a Resonance 6 Wuyo, R66 Wuyo. Yeah, I didn't see that. Oh my god. No wonder I was thinking like there are not many defender Esper in here, like there are only 3. How come he managed to move? Yes. Let's go with it. Get Everett again. Iki is also a very strong Esper, you know. Like paired up with Mavis, I like, you know, my immortal lineup, the Oli, Sujue, Mavis lineup. Yeah, it will be perfect if I have Iki, because Iki will live for so long. Like look at this, like just one turn invincibility let him to live for so long. And he is able to deal damage to us outside of his own turn. If we move so fast right now, like we instead kill ourselves. So if I use him up in my Oli, Sujue, and Mavis lineup, like I will be able to live for so long that the enemy will just kill themselves. Nope, this one nope. This one also nope. So I'm dealing with this. This is my defender lineup for point 4, and this is my attacker lineup point 4. Because I'm lazy to watch Momo again. Like I've been watching Momo for so long that I want the battle to just be fast, you know, like waiting for Momo to wait until like the battle goes on for so long, like waste so much time. I don't really care about winning or losing. Like we'll just auto this, see how the result, and you know. And it is so much faster to do it with Mixo. And that's the strength of Petros. If you build him right, like he will be able to do that. There's the gameplay of Sloan. Sloan is alright. Like she can be used in both PvP and PvE, but because he takes so long to build, like you need to grind her up in the club wish to ask for those resonances. And I still have a lot of, for me, I still have a lot more things to do instead of leveling her up. But yeah, in PvE, she is insanely good pairing up with Chuyao and Liam. And in PvP, if you can get her at least at Resonance 2 so that she doesn't freeze your entire lineup, like she can kill the entire enemy lineup by herself, like because she resets her third skill every time she kills someone, or if anybody dies, whether it's a friend or enemy. So she can deal a ton of AoE damage. But the thing about the PvE right now is that there are too many espers that punish you for dealing a ton of AoE damage. Yeah, like for example this woman here. Like if I'm not able to one-shot her, oh, that's a level 70 wheel. Okay, I didn't see that. That is nice. So that's why she didn't get one-shotted by my mix. Wow, level 70 Wuyo, that's rare. And 70 Sujue. Okay, this guy is totally fully invested in PvP. That's good. This one needs Everett. Problem. Hey, look at that.
Another successful delivery.
So it's nice to have fun in Point War with my Mingsuo because this is my second esper to level 70 to increase to level 70. And for those who doesn't know, you know, Chehe have a cheat death ability that if she dies once, she comes back much stronger. But for Mingsuo, if I deal enough damage to kill her twice in a single shot, then she will die. You see? So if you don't give a Chehe enough HP, like if you stack her up with critical rate and critical damage, that's what's gonna happen. And in Point War, because a lot of espers have different rally, so the outcome of every single battle is never guaranteed. So we will never know what's gonna happen. See? But the sure thing that I can guess the outcome is that if I hit Yuhime, I will die for sure, because I rely on the AP up from Abigail to win the fight, and if I hit a Wuyo lineup, I will die. So this one I should be fine. As long as my Abigail and my Yuji is faster than the enemies, Chuyao, it should be fine.
Another successful delivery.
This is hard because I need to bring both Petros and Everett in that lineup, and I only have one free slot, so I cannot bring both. So I better avoid this lineup. Yeah, just like this lineup too. This one I can. Yeah.
Another successful delivery.
7 more attack. So we will see, like, you will know, like, this lineup. If you do want to build this lineup, you should know your Esper, like which one you can attack, which one you cannot. So whenever I choose my target here, what I'm avoiding is Yuhime, Sujue, and Wuyo, and also Iki. I want to avoid Iki if I can. There's a level 70 switch eye, but should be fine. I should have enough damage because he doesn't have his Chuyao, and even if he has Chuyao, like I have my Everett to counter the Chuyao, so this should be fine. Yesterday, oh, this is also hard. I need both Petros and Everett. But this one I can just bring Petros. So yeah, there were a sudden popularity of this lineup, which is weird. A long time ago when I developed this lineup, like a lot of players don't know how to use Mingsuo. Like, even some YouTubers said that Mingsuo has zero use, like totally useless. Like what the hell? And yeah, once I showed this lineup, there only just recently there comes a sudden popularity increase on that lineup. But that is weird because they put it in a defensive position, which is bad because this lineup is very easy to counter. Like I said, the counter is Yuhime, Wuyo, Sujue, Iki. So if any of your, if you find this lineup, you know, just counter this using those Esper that I said. It's very easy to counter, you know, because it relies on Abigail's AP up buff to make Mingsuo move, and then using a bonus turn to make Mingsuo move too. So if you stop her, like you see just now, they stop my Yujing, then I will have a chance to die, you know. But luckily, because they don't have Sujue in there, so my Mingsuo didn't die because he managed to use his Thunderclap first, which makes him invulnerable. But if there were Sujue there, then my Mingsuo will die because Sujue's true damage, Iki's true damage goes through the Thunderclap. So those two, Iki and Sujue, can kill Mingsuo. But the thing that can stop the Abigail and Yujing is the Yuhime, you see, and also Wuyo. Like Wuyo can also go through the Mingsuo's Thunderclap. So that's why if you have this Mingsuo lineup, do avoid hitting Wuyo because Wuyo can totally kill you. Especially when you deal AoE damage to Wuyo. Like the Yujing deal AoE damage. So if the enemy have 5 defender and the Wuyo is at resonance 2, I think, or resonance 1, I forgot, then she will straight away use her pursuit attack and kill everyone in here, including Wing Mingsuo. Doesn't care about his Thunderclap, like will just go through with her true damage. No, it's not because her true damage dealing AoE to here, but because if you hit her, it will deal true damage to you. And this lineup, nope, I will die because of Tolan. Oh yeah, Tolan also counters this lineup because Tolan moves faster than Abigail, and the Tolan will stop the Abigail, and that's it, the combo is gone. So this one needs Petros. So I'm using Petros because if there is no Yuhime, I can still counter the Sujue because Petros goes through the death denial of Sujue. I can still kill them, but there is a Wuyo, so this is a mistake. But let me see. If I can just one-shot the Wuyo, that should be fine. Nope, I didn't one-shot the Wuyo, so I will die. Yeah, I'm dead. So dead. feel like some espers got buffed quite a lot actually. Last time I was on was few days after Raven first ever buffs. Hi, I'm back. Hi, Chubby Satoru. Welcome to the stream. Hi. It's been quite some time since I last saw you. So the last time you were on was after Raven and Tever buffs. So yeah, there are a lot of buffs happening. Like especially with, I think the one that get buffed after the Raven and Tever is Sienna, Yuhime, Abigail, Fatum's sister. Who else? Who else? Who else? I think only those four. Only those four. So let me see. This one I can kill with Everett. Everett. Wow, buffs. No, it's buffs because Feniru haven't played Dislyte for a long time. So it's not actually a buff for us. Like it's been going on for almost a year, I think. The buff has been going on for almost a year. So it's an old buff for us. An old buff for us. I think I remember that Everett needs crit rate back then. Oh yeah. Yeah, Everett needs crit rate back then. But right now, Everett doesn't really need crit rate. But I still give Everett a crit rate. Because, you know, if he hits a Simmer Esper, then he still needs to be able to deal critical damage. His critical damage, his 100% critical rate only affects if he hits a non-Simmer Esper. You know? Dang it. Wait, that was level 70. Oh, I got a taste of my own medicine. Yeah, I hit my own lineup. So let's go with this. This should be fine. That's a level 70 switch high, so hopefully I can one-shot him. There we go. Really fine. Now it's just a matter of surviving the Iki for 2 turns. Because I don't have a dispel in here. If only the enemy doesn't have Juyao just now, I could have changed Everett to Changji. Because if I have Changji, I can go through Iki's invulnerability, invincibility. Like Changji's third skill doesn't care about your buff, doesn't care about anything. He will keep swapping HP for you, and his second ability dispels the enemy's buff. Hopefully it dispels the invincibility. So yeah, we just gotta have to survive these 2 turns with invincibility. And like I said, look at that just now. Iki can heal Big Sword because of his true damage. It doesn't happen if I heal Iki himself. Okay. It only happens if I heal Iki's friend. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I forgot that. I forgot about that. Hey Vivi, how does Chehe get more lives? Oh, it's in her passive. It's in her passive. You see. It should be in here. Chehe.
Every stone has its own story to tell.
When Chehe takes little damage during... No, this... yes. When Chehe takes little damage during her own turns, or maybe takes little damage during special turns, yeah, this one. Engage Stone State. Like, when Chehe takes little damage during special turns, dispels all her debuffs, recover 2 HP to 100% of her maximum HP. So when she takes, if she dies during a special turn, she will never die. she will instead heal back to full health. And if she dies on her own terms, if she doesn't have Stone Steady, which means that she hasn't died once, then dispels or her debuffs to recover HP to 100% of her maximum HP and performs a pursuit attack and gains Stone Steady. So this Stone Steady is the buff that you should be looking for. If Chehe doesn't have this, which means that she hasn't died yet, then no matter what you do, she will resurrect once. She will revive herself once and then gain the Stone Steady. So if she has the Stone Steady, you need to kill her during your own active turns. Like if she dies at special turns, which is from counterattack, pursuit, or any other attack outside of your own turns, then she will not die. She will never die, even if she has the Stone Steady. The only exception is Yukine, because Yukine's attack is not considered an attack. This Blizzard is not considered an attack. What is it?
I dislike the heat, but I adore warm embrace.
Where's the damage? Wait. This one. A blizzard sweeps across the battlefield, dealing true damage. So this is not considered an attack, whether it is an active turn or on a special turn. So it will kill her no matter what happens. Look at that! We have our own enemy here. So I'm gonna change the... Oh wait, I already have used up all of my chance. So let's go. Let's continue to knock out. Special turns like how? Special turns is a counter attack, a pursuit attack, and other things like Iki's things that happens every 4 turns, you know. So that is considered a special turn. Everything that is not everything that is happening outside of your own Esper moving turn. Like your Esper active turn is when you can choose the Esper skill. It is considered an active turn. Outside of the turn when you can use your Esper's skill, like for example my Ana attack, then I choose my Ana's skill. Then if Nora pursuit attack right after my Ana, while I'm doing my Ana things, and Nora do her things in my Ana's turn, there is considered a special turn for Nora. So everything that I cannot choose the skill myself is considered an active turn, considered a special turn. So this is my usual immortal lineup. Like because I don't have Iki, so currently I'm using Ana and Nora. But if I ever have Iki, then I will change the Ana into Iki. Did I have Chehe? Yes, I don't have Chehe. I'm pure free-to-play players. I have limited amount of choices. So yeah, I don't have all those OP experts. I don't have Ruyo, I don't have Chehe, I don't have Swampin, I don't have Tever, I don't have Feng Nuxi, I don't have Chasilia, I don't have a lot. I don't have Iki. Can you do like Simmer spins if you can, or Golden Dragon spins if you can? No, I cannot do the Simmer spins because I'm saving my Simmer spin. Look at this. I cannot do my Simmer spins. Because I am 2 spins away from PT. And I'm waiting for a new Simmer Legendary. So I cannot do my Simmer spin. You know, I'm waiting for a new one. So I cannot do my Simmer spin. But I can do a Golden Record spin. Hey, I'm one Golden Record away from 10 spin. Let's do a 10 spin. Let's go. Ta-da! That's it. Okay, continue with the day. For a free-to-play player, if you do want to play, then what you can do is to maximize your gacha, you know, because I never have a good gacha, so I always need to think outside of the box to make use of my gacha. 20,000 Nexus Crystal, how? It's actually small. You know, 20,000 Nexus Crystal is actually small. Small amount. It will be gone in just a couple of pulls. Okay, next lineup. Oh yeah, this one. Need to change to Sakura. Do I use Sakura in any other lineup? Yeah, no, I don't have Sakura in any other lineup. I should be using Sakura in here. Oh no, yeah, I don't have the Lusang, so I cannot have that combo. So yeah, this is the combo that I use for a knockout. Ooh, Lapis! Ah, the speed. Why is this guy putting Lapis as the captain? I want to test Lapis speed. I want to test Lapis speed. Let me see Lapis. I want to see Lapis in action. I actually like Lapis. Look at this. This is a perfect combo. Lapis with Choho. But not in PvE. I mean, not in PvP. Should have used this combo in PvE. You know. That combo is actually supposed to be really strong in PvE, but I cannot use. If you do have Lapis and Choho, do try them out, because they should be able to move faster than the boss. You know, Lapis and Choho combo is insanely strong. And if you haven't see those combo later happening like a couple of months from now on, like people just started realizing, oh my god, Lapis and Choho is actually OP, blah 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 blah. You know now that you heard it from here first. Ooh. Can I move faster than this? Obviously not. I will definitely die. But I do have a Tomb Sister. Let me try. Let me try hitting this. Let's go. I wish I can get Moroyama when I do my next GR spin or Simmer spin, but I definitely need PT to want to get Moroyama. Yes, Moroyama can only ever be useful if you have him at Resonance 1. So it's hard to build a Moroyama. You need to get him from the what is that? The Simmer build thingy. Build for Simmer as well. There. Yeah, resurrect back. Hopefully I can kill him outside of his. There we go. Yes, outside of his plan. Now the problem is Cecilia will resurrect him again. So I don't know if I am able to kill him twice. No, I will not. I will die now. Blam. Ooh, still alive. Dang it. No, 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 no. Where's the next Simmer? Is Icarus or Erebus or Mihawk? Ooh, Icarus should be fun. But I don't know what legend Icarus is. Icarus is from Greek mythology, right? Is he? I'm actually waiting for someone like Jason. Someone that... Oh wait, Jason is already there. David, yeah. No, not that one. I think all the mythology that I like already got released. Yeah. I have a relic for Moroyama because I'm making his set, but I got critical damage 5, but crit rate 15 and attack bonus 16. Huh? Well, I don't get the number. Moroyama Relic. This is Moroyama's Relic. Oh wait, I'm in a knockout.
Customers' letters. Kentland.
I unseat my...
This is Moroyama's Relic. tada. If you do want to build Moroyama, this is Relic. Astralis with Fire. And you just aim for the as much critical damage speed and attack bonus as you can with enough critical rate. That's it. So 3000 attack, 106 speed, 75% crit rate, 50% critical damage is the most I can get for my Moroyama. So that's why every single player's Esper will be different. I cannot tell you which one. I'm hitting this guy again. Just quick battle this. I cannot tell you like which one in your Esper lineup will be good because every single player's lineup is different. Oh, I do want to use this. Let's go. So this is my other lineup. Like you can already see like my 5 teams that I'm building. So, and none of them are defender Espers because I don't have a defender lineup. I'm weak on the defender department because I don't have Uyo. I don't have all the other defender Espers that are good for defending. So I'm relying on speed and attack team. So this is Tolan with Moroyama. Like you know for sure that Moroyama, because this is Resonance 1, he will follow up on Tolan. And Yuhime is there to make sure that my speed is above the other Tolan. Because Yuhime together with Moroyama gives an extra 10% speed to my Yuhime. And then Petros to follow up on Moroyama because Moroyama will definitely be able to kill someone. So Petros will move right after that. And Meta Yuchuan here is to make sure that none of my Esper dies by counter attack or return damage. Let me try this. Then I'm at 5% crit rate, 15% attack bonus, 16%. Can do Moroyama team in point war team at least. I already used up my point war ticket, so I cannot do that. But it will be the same as this one. So let's just show you how it's gonna happen in here. It's exactly the same in here. So this is what is happening. Tolan move first, and then if the enemy ever get AP up, Yuhime gonna stop that, and then Moroyama move next, and then kill 2%, and then Petros gonna kill the next 2%. That's it. From the beginning of the battle, it will only have, I will go straight into 5 versus 2 and a battle.
I'm the strongest.
Try this one again. Let's go. This guy. Now I'm the one getting countered by the Yuhime here, so my Moroyama doesn't follow up on the Tolan because I got the hamstrung. Which is weird because there shouldn't be any AP up Esper in my lineup. Who gets the AP up? Oh, the Moroyama. Yeah, the Moroyama. Let's try this. I can hit this one because I do have Petros. Because it will bypass the maybes, so I can just kill anyone that I want. But yeah, the AI decide to attack the maybes. It's actually not the most efficient. Yeah, this is my Moroyama team. In both Point War and also in Rival. It's like a all out or nothing lineup. All or nothing lineup. This one. should be able to be faster than the enemy. Let's go. Yep. Dang it. Yeah, that's it. Gonna go sleep. Bye. Bye, Chabi Satoru. Okay, so we're done with that. We're gonna go to the facet of fantasy. Let's go. It's a time that you are all waiting for. The PvE content. Let's go. So this is my better lineup. Let me see if I can make this better. You can watch my lineup first. Like, let's see how it performs. And this is what I'm talking about. Like the meta link here is very, very strong. But I do have something in mind that I can build much better lineup. So yeah, this is the first team lineup. It makes use of Elaine as the sleeper esper in here, keeping the boss in permanent sleep. And by pairing her up with Sachiko, I'm able to keep resetting her third skill, so I can have like only 2 turns or 3 turns cooldown for her third skill, which eventually makes me able to keep putting the sleep up all the time, because it also comes from her second skill. Now the Mateo here is the best because his spark deals damage for every multi-hits that I deal to the enemy, and Elaine, Yukshu, and Fengsun all deal multi-hits attack. So all these multi-hits attack will get the benefit. Look at this, all these white numbers are the spark damage. So they all deal insane amount of spark damage, especially the Elaine, because Elaine hits 5 times, and that's the big reason why I use Mateo in here. And then the Yukshu and Fengsun combo is an old combo because Sachiko gives a lot of buffs together also with Fengsun. Like, I will always be able to call Yukshu every time any of my Esper attack the boss, and every time Yukshu attacks using her basic ability, it will always call Fengsun because of Fengsun's pursuit on any basic ability cast on the enemy. And because all this happening, Yukshu and Fengsun happens outside of their active turns, so this is basically a budget elite combo for the win Espers. Like every time any of my Esper move, like Sachiko moves, Yukshu and Fengsun pursue. Elaine moves, Yukshu and Fengsun pursue. Mateo moves, Yukshu and Fengsun pursue. Fengsun moves, Yukshu and Fengsun pursue again. And then Yukshu moves, Fengsun gonna pursue again. So yeah, every single time my Esper moves, they both gonna move. So it will stretch the turns that I have from 100 turns into like, I don't know, 300 turns. So the battle goes on for very, very long, so I can just keep stacking the damage for as long as I want. And also because look at that, I have permanent sleep on the boss because of Elaine and Sachiko combo. So if you are a free-to-play players, you can definitely make use of this combo. Now the next team here is, like I said, it make use of Meta Liling's third skill, because the more Meta Liling casts his third skill, each time this ability is cast, Liling's damage plus 25% throughout combat, maximum 5 times. So I do want him to cast this 5 times as fast as possible, and to make sure that that happen is to make use of Yujing's bonus turn. It's a bonus turn, because if I use Chuyao and keep calling Liling, like it will only make him cast his basic ability, you know. The only way I can cast the third ability is to make Liling moves himself, you know, because when Liling has 3 stacks of endless fire, which you need to stack if you hit the enemy. Where is it? Where's the explanation? Yeah, you will get this one. No. What is it? Yeah, anyway, you will get endless fire after you move three times. So Yuji is the fastest pair, not the fastest pair, like the best pair for Meta Liling. So to make use of Liling also, I need to pair her up with Lushang. And then, because my other sleeper Esper is Yuran, so I need Yuran and make him as the captain because he has a speed captain for PvE. And Chuyao is there just to make sure that the boss will have like a permanent defense down and sear. Because Liling can only give sear, and Yuran doesn't have a permanent defense down on the boss, and because I don't have any other slot, I can only rely on Yuran's attack up and critical damage up. It's not all the time, but it's alright to deal like this much damage. 675,000 damage of Liling's third skill there. Or the second skill. Yeah. So look at that. And also Astralis. Yeah. Astralis counts as a Liling's turn. So it will make him get his third skill much faster if you give him Astralis. So you cannot give him, I mean you can, but if you do want to give the best relic to Liling, then you need to give him Astralis. And also, the reason why Liling is a really good choice against Pobether is because every single attack that Liling do absorb the enemy's AP. So Pobether is a boss that you need to be able to control his AP, because if you want to give him a permanent sleep, then the only way to do that is to slow him down. So give him speed down, absorb his AP or reduce his AP, because his debuff cannot be extended. So among the three bosses, like the Pobether, the Counter Sonica, and the Dark Star Lord, Pobether cannot be his debuff cannot be increased in duration, but he can be slowed down, he can be AP controlled. For Sonica, you can increase the duration of her debuff, but she cannot be affected by AP control, but you can still speed her down. For the Dark Star Lord, you cannot AP control him, but you can extend his and you cannot extend his debuff because he will always cleanse himself. No matter how much debuff you give to him, he will always cleanse them all at the end of his turn. It's different with Counter Sonica, because Counter Sonica reduce the duration of the debuff. Like she actually takes her turn. But for the Dark Star Lord, he will cleanse his debuff, so you can extend the debuff, but it will be useless extending your debuff on him. But he cannot be AP controlled, so you cannot stop his speed, for Dark Star Lord. So all those three bosses, and my captain in here, I don't have any other sleeper at this point. I do have actually, but none of them are good. Like it's either Stewart or Farmy or Abigail. Like all those three are not reliable sleepers. So the only choice comes down to Hilda. I just hope that Hilda will be able to keep us sleeping. Because her sleep only lasts one turn, so I need her to be lucky every single time. But again, like I said, because the boss can be AP controlled, so I'm using Valeria in here to control his AP. Because she does reduce the enemy's AP. And pair up with Liam, I can get a lot of attack in for Valeria to reduce the boss's AP there. See? And Fatum Sister is there just for the captain to give like 20% PvE speed. And also because Liam and Valeria combo is really nice. They are if you have Liam and Resonance to both get an increase of ability damage. And Shanna here insisted to give me attack up and speed up buff. So that because Valeria damage get increased the more speed she gets. So giving attack buff and speed up buff is a really good thing to have. Also makes me faster. Because I need to move fast to be able to control the boss's AP. So yeah, that's my usual formation, but I do want to change this now because I have another combo in mind. Wait, let me see. How much damage did I deal for its team? This one is 7 million, 1 million, 8 million. This one 6 million, that means 14, 15 millions. So this one is 9 million, 24 million. Okay, first team 24 million. The second team 12 million. This one is just around 4 million. So 24, 12, and 4. So the second team is half the first team. So let me see. What I'm currently thinking is to use this here. And I don't have the attack up buff here. Yes. So I'm gonna use this one, probably. Let me just go right there first. Elaine should have the lowest HP, so that Eugene will use her skill on Elaine. Let me see. Is he aiming for Elaine? Or is it gonna go to Mateo? Yes, it's Mateo, so leave it. So the thing about this combo is that if I use Eugene, she will reset the all abilities of the person with the warm welcome. So if I give it to Elaine, I will be able to keep spamming her third and second ability every single time. This is literally, the cooldown literally is non-existent there. So I will keep the boss permanently on sleep. And if I can give something like Haley maybe, I will be able to deal insane amount of damage. Yep. Because Haley will give the calamity set.
What? You want me to invent something else?
But I'm actually missing the attack up and yeah, the attack up buff. I'm missing the attack up. Can I change this to someone that can give me attack up buff while also being the captain? Speed captain. Probably Sienna. She is the only qualified escort. So yeah, this lineup should be fine. And this one, I do want to change to let's go, Mateo. Okay, let's combat practice. Let's see how this works. Yeah, look at that. Blah 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 blah. Look at how much damage Elaine can deal. And I actually rely on Haley to give the defense down and sear debuff on the boss, which is hard because that is not really reliable. Yeah, Haley is not performing fast enough. So it's not really a good thing to have Haley in here. Be faster than that. Look at that. Low score. So let's use someone else. I'm probably gonna use Chu Yao for the Seer and Defense Down combo. And now I just need to have the attack up and critical damage up. Nope. Probably a Feng Sun then. Let me try doing like this. So yeah, we're not gonna have a Yukshu combo because the Feng Sun is there. So the next one here is gonna be an Abigail and Brewster combo. Yep. And probably a Haley then in here. Yep. Do we have the Sachiko? No, I don't have the Sachiko, so I'm gonna borrow Sachiko's relic there. I do have the Sachiko in here. What did I use here previously? I forgot. What did I use in here just now? Who was here just now? Let me check the lineup. Oh, the Sienna. Yeah. Let's use the Sienna again. Yep. So let's combat practice this. Let's see. Let's see how it goes. There we go. So the thing about Elaine is that Elaine is actually quite strong because her second skill have a built-in calamity. Look at that. Its debuff on the enemy grants plus 5% damage. So her second skill have a built-in calamity. You know, just will have 5 debuff already increase her damage by 25%. But it is so much better if I can give even more debuff. So actually Elaine is a very strong esper in Dark Star Lord, because you're gonna play a lot of debuff on the enemy. And yeah, this is gonna give me a permanent state on the boss, and hopefully I can see like quite some more damage. But I think it will never ever go higher than my previous team. The previous team is already perfect, like making use of Feng Sun and Yukshu, because they are attacking outside of their own turns, so they will always gonna deal very high damage, because they will be attacking 100 times each one of them. So yeah, we already seen how this goes. I really wish there's a button here that can skip one team. You know, if I have enough to one team, I want to go to the next team. I don't want to just skip the entire program home. We'll see how much damage we deal. Yeah, look at this. Booster with his high damage. This is why, like I said, like even though you know a lot of players is using Sloan and Ellie, blah blah blah, like it's different for every single player out there. Like for me, Booster is already at level 6, and when Booster still deal far more damage than any of those boys. That's fine. When you see a lineup on the internet, like do not just blindly follow them. You need to check first, like whether your current lineup is actually much better than those lineup that the top rankers are using. Because those works for them, but it doesn't mean that it works for you. And let's see what's the stake. Let me see, how much damage do I deal? 2 million. 6, 8 million. 5, 30 million. So much lower. This is only lasts for 5 million. It lasts for so much less. So the first team is already perfect. Yes. What I do want to try is make use of wings right here. Let me see. Can I actually deal high damage with Wing Swarm? Let me just put this on the first team so that I can see how it goes. So it goes to the Uran. But it can be great. Ooh, look at that, 800,000 damage. Look at that, 390, 561. Yeah, look at that Wings was damage. 681,000. This could deal far more damage, 1.6 million. This is the strength of Wings, you know? Like, you could have deal so much more damage than Metal. You don't need time to build up. You can just straight up deal damage using Wings from the very start. Because I keep on resetting Uran's ability, I can have like almost permanent attack up and critical damage up, which is great also, including the permanent slip on force. So it's actually working really well having Eugene goes to Uran to set this thing. But maybe I can go a little bit further, because I keep resetting Uran, I can make Uran as a DPS. Yes. Uran, considering a support expert, like he's actually not a support expert, he's a controller, and he deals quite some damage, you know, using his percentage. But it's not permanent. I still have 10 times left, and I already got 5 more. So this could be great. How much damage you deal? 18 million. So that is much higher than the metal healing. Yep. So in here, I can actually, that's something, defense, speed. Yeah, probably, this one deals 5 million damage, right? Let me try using a diseased lineup. So, this one is already okay. I'm probably gonna change the Uran equipment into the Raven one. Probably, yes. So I have quite some speed and damage. Look at that. Look at this. Damage per hit 75% attack. He deals 140% attack, which is above average. You know, in the percentage number, the first skill always on average deal 120% damage. So this one is already higher. Oh, it's 150% attack. Yes.
Reading a book
And
or
the second
playing
skill
chess,
next to enemy
the
per
most
hit is
pleasurable
110%
activity for
attack,
my
which means
time.
that he deals 220% attack damage. He's actually a DPS. Look at this. 3 attacks on enemies, 3 times damage per hit, 40% attack. Which means in total he's gonna deal
I find reading a
120%
book or
AoE
playing
damage.
chess the most
Can
the
be
world
built as
discovered
DPS.
by people's causes and the changes they
Dispel the enemy spell.
the
So I don't
world
need to get
discovered
DP
by
nade.
people's
So yeah,
causes.
this is working great for Uran. I can build him as a DPS. If I'm gonna keep resetting his turn with as much speed as I can. And I do want to give Eugene a much faster speed. Let's go with this. That is an attack bonus. I'm gonna take that.
Dance your troubles away!
Yep. She's much faster. And Lu Shang be the harmony set user. Although it's not gonna I don't need this thing. I can make him much faster. Let me see. Yep, the Leon one should be alright. Okay, so a lot faster there. This is Mateo set. This is Elaine set. Yeah, I'm using the 5th speed for Elaine because here Elaine doesn't have AP boost. She doesn't have Eugene to keep pushing her AP, so she needs to be fast herself. So I'm using the fastest relic that has the highest attack, which still be able to make her deal some damage. And this is the real damage dealer, and they don't need any speed because they just gonna follow up pursuit attack on every single my allied esper. And this is the Sachiko one. I need ocean waves just in case I can reset the second or the third ability of Sachiko. It says here that these abilities won't be affected by any abilities, but this is not abilities, this is relic. Okay, that is an equipment. So that's already perfect there. And now the last team, I'm gonna use the disease. Let's go. We're gonna use the disease lineup. This one. And then with Elif. Although I don't have the Sachiko there, so we're gonna need to use Wenlock in here. The thing is that yeah, I don't know how this is gonna end up. But let me just put the Esper first, then I'm gonna explain later what I'm actually thinking in here. But I am actually thinking. Probably on Abigail then. Probably need Abigail. Yup, to keep resetting. Or maybe if I do have Abigail, then I can just go with Brewster. Yeah, this should be fine. Yep. So, Yuhime gonna be the one with the harmony set. I'm gonna use the Euron's harmony set. And then Elif gonna go on relief set. No, actually I don't need relief. But I do need relief. Let's go with Emblas. So the thing about Elif is that because I'm not using Elif as the main damage dealer, the main damage dealer is Brewster in here. So for Elif, she needs to be able to give the defense down and the seer. The seer is what I'm aiming for from the Elif. You know, and also the fervor. The seer and the fervor coming from her divinate. So it will increase the damage taken on the boss, and Brewster gonna be the real damage. Brewster. Okay, and Abigail gonna use the Abigail set, and the Phantom Sister. Use the Phantom Sister one. There we go. Let me test this lineup. I already know the result of this lineup, so we do need to test this and then we need to test this. Okay, let's go. Wait, why is my Ming Sword deal so much less damage? Oh, he doesn't have the attack up and critical damage up. Okay. Alright. I need to change that. So I cannot make Yuran as a DPS. I need him to steal really fast. So let me change to the first speed. I'm gonna give Eugene the second speed. Okay. So this should do it. Let me try again. There we go. So yeah, I need Yuran to move fast so that he will be able to use his second ability before Eugene reset his ability and make him use his third. He died. What did Yuran use previously? It's actually correct. Oh, the Lusang. Wait, the Lusang did goes faster. Maybe I need to make Eugene a little bit slower. Let me try again. It's very dependent on the enemy's sleep. If I don't get lucky, this is what's gonna happen. Because we don't have the AP control, that's the problem. So I need a sleeper that can also AP control actually. So we'll try someone who can AP also. But let's just skip this team for now. Let's go for the second team. See. This is actually alright, but we don't have a permanent disease on the boss. Okay, look at that. This is why I don't use Elif. My Elif deals so low of the damage. Too bad. I cannot do this. I cannot use them. So let's remove this. Let's change it to Embla. Where's Embla? There we go. This will give me a permanent disease. Okay. And I need someone who can keep me alive. It's probably Sakura. So I don't use Abigail. Gonna use Yunchuan. Yeah, Abigail is not enough to keep me alive. So that's why I need to use Sakura to be able to heal me every time I receive damage. And hopefully Embla will be able to keep the disease on the boss long enough for me to deal damage. Sakura is that great, or there are better healer options? Sakura is really great because she heals when your allies receive damage. So in a sense, you actually heal outside of your healer's turn. And that is great, because for any other healer, like for example Clara, you need your Clara to move to be able to heal. If your Clara is stunned, or if the enemy moves so much faster than your Clara, then like for example, like if the enemy attacks you 2 or 3 times and your Clara only move once, then she will not be able to heal the damage back up by herself. But for Sakura, no matter how slow she is, every time the enemy attack you, she will heal your allies. So if your Sakura given enough HP, if she has a very high HP, she will out heal the damage. So for example, if the enemy attack you for 20,000 damage and your Sakura heal you for 20,000 damage, it means that the enemy deals 0 damage to you. Because she will heal every time you receive damage, that means that every single attack the enemy do will deal 0 damage to you. Because they will deal 20,000 and get healed by 20,000 every single time. That's how strong Sakura is. So let me try again. Instead of blue sword, it's better to just use a metal lily. It's much more consistent because of the AP down. You cannot control the boss with a blue sword. I need to find a working lineup for homing sword. My own type. For now, let's see this lineup. This should be working quite well, In terms of shadow glow, yeah, you need an exact timing. So when you are playing shadow glow, do take note on your speed, because you want your expert to move exactly when the boss changes form, and also your damage, because the boss will change form if he receives enough damage. So do take note on your speed. You need to adjust the speed, like reduce by 2, increase by 4, reduce by 6, blah blah blah. Like you want your expert to move exactly right after the boss changes form, so you can inflict as much damage as possible, because in Shadow Glow the boss moves really fast. Okay, so if you miss your chance to deal damage to the boss, then that's it. See? So the speed is what you want to go after. I think this lineup is good. This is great. Yeah, it's working fine. So I'll be able to use this lineup to be my third lineup. Let me see the damage. How much damage you deal? 1 million, 2 million, 1 million. 2 million, 4 million, 5 million. It's exactly the same as the Valeria lineup. So yeah, apparently this lineup is already the best. Yeah. So let's just grab the result of this. then we're gonna go to the club and do the Sentinel Hunt version of that Bovetter. And do these dailies. Sonic Miracle, Jealous, change to this, it's 3 times. Oh yeah, if you do want to get a very fast turn on here, do make use of the Mingsuo and Changchi combo. Because the first enemy in here have high HP. You see? If you don't have enough damage, you can just swap your Mingsuo's HP to the boss, to the enemy. And that's it. The battle will be finished straight away.
Uploading the battle data.
Another successful delivery.
So that's why I did for all of my stage here, it's all the same. Because no matter the element, I can always swap my Mingsuo HP with Changchi. No matter the element, so I don't need to change my lineup. You know, this lineup is being used for all this. although I could have removed that to get a higher, a faster result. See?
Warn
Look
you
at that.
and get ready for the battle of uploading.
So the Lucas there, I'm actually using that lineup for a Cube Miracle. This one.
Gyrate
This
news
Cube Miracle.
broadcast.
I'm using that lineup for the Cube Miracle. The same theory, but the thing is that in the Cube Miracle, the enemy moves so much faster. So I'm using Lucas to, you know, reduce all of their speed down. So this is my Shadowfire lineup. If you do want to see how this works, this is also a free-to-play lineup. You know, you can always try this. The idea here is to just pair up Chuyao and Liam to keep asking Mingsuo to use to attack the boss using pursuit attack, and then Lushang is there to give the harmony and then keep increasing Mingsuo. That means the more he moves, and then Alice here is to keep the buff, because there are not many attack up buff on the flow Esper. There are not many Esper that can give attack up buff. Like you know, your only choices are this, like Intisar, Sally, Dahlia, and Alice. So I'm using Alice because aside from giving attack up buff, Alice also gives speed up, which is what I need, you know, to move much faster, so I can deal more damage. And Yuran is just being a captain here because he has 35% PvE cap to make me move much faster. So this is my Shadowfire. Let's watch. Look at Mingsuo's damage. $110,000. So the more he moves, look at that, 63,000 per hit. The more he moves, the more damage he will do. It's already currently going for 80,000 damage. Okay. 43,000 basic attack, 52,000 basic attack. And then 96,000 per hit AoE damage, 56,000 basic ability damage. Keep looking at Mingsuo's damage, 169,000. The more he moves, the more damage Lucian gonna give to him. 260,000 there. And then 79,000 AoE damage, 118,000 basic ability damage, 131,000 per hit AoE damage, 200,000 basic ability damage. It keeps going up. This is all thanks to Lucian, and also because Mingsuo has so much speed that he is able to keep stacking those damage up. look at how much damage I deal with Kingsword. Gonna take some time to get them all. Yes, yes, it's okay. Just slowly. 380,000 damage, basically 320,000 per hit AoE damage. 399,000. So yeah, you probably won't deal as much damage as I have right now, but you can always count on Lu Shang and Ming Suo in here. You don't need them on high resonance. Like you can probably deal quite a lot of damage with only like resonance 0 on all of these Esper. As long as you have this Esper, you will be able to deal that much. I mean, not 174,000, 174 million damage like I do, but probably around 50 million damage. It should be possible with all resonance 0 of this Esper. You see, it's a new high score. Now we're gonna go to the Shadow Gale. This is my Shadow Gale lineup. Again, another Ming Suo there. So this is why I level up Ming Suo to 70. He is, for a free-to-play players, very useful in both PvE and PvP content. So whoever said he is useless is out of his mind. For this one, he doesn't deal as much damage as the Shadow Fire because we don't have the Lu Shang here. But at the very least, he deals quite an okay damage because he moves fast. That's what I'm aiming for. You know, if you move fast in a Shadowland content, then the more damage you can deal to the boss. Because you need to deal damage in a limited amount of time when the boss is stunned. So you want your Esper to either deal insane amount of damage in one hit or hit as many attacks as possible within those time. And Sujue is actually the MVP in here because aside from being the captain, she also able to use her third skill all the time. Because the boss cannot be debuffed. So the strength of Sujue in this lineup is that look at this. Dispel all buffs from the enemy, inflicts puppet art for 2 turns. A failed infliction resets this ability's cooldown. So for Sujue, she is able to keep spamming her third ability because the boss cannot be debuffed. That's the strength of Sujue in this Shadow Wind. And I cannot get a maximum multiplier, but that is enough because it is really hard to sacrifice damage to get more speed. Like the one that actually needs more speed is my Sachiko and my Clara. So for them, I already gave them the fastest speed relic that I have, and it's still not enough. So I rather just inflict more damage. Like I don't want to sacrifice more speed. Like for example, like giving another support Esper in here to give me more buffs. That means that I need to remove my Brewster, which is a loss in the DPS. So I rather have these three, Ming Suo, Brewster, and Sujue to deal damage to the boss. So this is my, look at this, another new high score. This is my Shadow Gale. And now going to the Shadow Stream, this is my Shadow Stream lineup. And also do remember, like if you do have done the hard, then you should blitz the normal one. It will update your high score. Look at that, it's also an increase on my high score. 538 million damage. It's just for personal achievement, like personal satisfaction, that's all. Like the one that they count is your hard difficulty, but still it's fun to see the number goes up on your normal difficulty too. Now this is my what is this? Shadow Stream. Yes, this is the Shadow Stream. So my Shadow Stream make use of Function and Yukshu combo as usual. If we go into a wind element, those two are my favorite, my top picks, because they attack outside of their or outside of any other turns. It's they attack on the special turn, and then Nora is there for her insane amount of attack damage. And also, every time the boss attack her, she will counterattack using her own ability, first ability. She has a very high counterattack chance. So she's great. And also, every time she is able to attack enough time using her basic ability, she will cast her third ability twice. So she is also a really strong Wind Esper. But the thing is that if you want to build her, she needs full Abilimon, because the Abilimon is what gives her so much damage. The Abilimon increases her damage by twice. You see, from 96% to 192%. It increases her damage by more than twice. So Sienna is there because giving attack up and speed up buff. So I will have a speed up buff permanently coming from Function and Sienna. Also, it resets the ability of all these Wind Esper. So Sienna is a really good pick. And again, Mateo Captain, Speed Captain for the 35% PvE speed. And then Mingswo again over there. Okay, so this is the Shadow Strip. I got Nora recently. Yes, good job. But you probably won't be able to use her until she is at high resonance and also giving her full ability. So if you do have other priorities, then do skip Nora a little bit. But once you have her, she is able to deal insane amount of damage. Look at that. She deals 21,000 per hit. Look at that damage. Compared to my other Esper. And she's able to deal very high attack. Look at that, very high damage coming from Nora. And for Function and Yukshu, they accumulate their damage. You know, even though they deal like 5,000, 3,000 there, they accumulate the damage. You know, by attacking outside of everyone's turn. So this gonna take long, you know, because every single time I move, Function and Yukshu gonna follow up on their attacks. So this takes 3 times longer to watch. But you can see the Mingswo's damage in here also. Again, it's a very good pick. Like I'll probably gonna change Sienna with Swampin. Like all of this lineup gonna change once I get my hands on Swampin. And Chehe and Metadru. I'm gonna need to change all of my PvE lineup once I get my hand on Metadru. And I plan to max ability on Abigail first. My Nora is doing well on Fafnir 16. Yeah, nice. And for Ritual Miracle, I cannot use Mingswo because for Ritual Miracle, the enemy receive more damage if you use the correct element on them. You see? So even though my Mingswo deal a lot of damage, compared to someone like my Intisar or my Leora in Chronos, my Leora and Intisar will deal so much more damage compared to Mingswo because of that bonus damage if you use the correct element in Ritual Miracle. In here, in the Desolate Land, the Shimmer Esper still deal the same damage as the element that you use. You know? So you can use Mingswo in every single Shadowland content. Look at this. I stretched the battle for so long because of Function and Yukshu. And that's how you manage to get a very high score on the Shadow Street here. And this is a free-to-play friendly because even if your Function is still at Resonance 0, you can get a permanent attack up and speed up from Sienna. You see? So it is a friendly, like a beginner-friendly lineup because all these Esper can be used at Resonance 0. It doesn't change their gameplay, you know. It doesn't change their gameplay. Not like if you use Elif for PvE content. Like you need your Elif to be at Resonance 2 minimum or Resonance 6 to deals so much more damage. So that is Shadow Stream. Now going to the Shadow Glow, this is my Shadow Glow lineup. So for the Shadow Glow, because the Shadow Glow boss deals so much damage to your Esper, so I'm making use of Nicole and Alice to give all of my Esper invincibility. So the strength of Nicole is that she is able to give AoE invincibility. So all of your Esper will get invisibility, but it only lasts for 1 turn. So I'm making use of Alice to extend the duration of that invisibility by 1 turn, so that all of my Esper will be able to avoid the damage coming from this boss. So they will all be survived, so I don't need any healer in here, so I can just fully go all out on damage. Brewster the captain here, because like I said, I have Resonance 6D for Brewster, so he is my best PvE DPS Esper as for damage and also attack captain. And Liu Shang and Yujing as usual, giving the accentuated bonus to Mingsuo. So let's see. So look at this. Come on, Mingsuo just move as usual, but once Nicole move, Alice moves next. Like invincibility for 1 turn, and then Alice move next, extend the invincibility by 2 turns, so everybody can move once without removing the invisibility, and that's what I aimed just now. The AoE attack from that boss is able to kill all of my Esper just now, so I managed to avoid that by, using invincibility. And now the damage also, because Mingsuo moves really fast, I will be able to reduce the boss's HP to 0, like this requirement in here, really fast. You see, Mingsuo, and then this comes the hardest part. Also, you need to time just now. Like the boss keep using AoE damage every time he changes form. You need to always time that. Hence why I say it, like you need to adjust your speed for Nicole and Alice to be able to block all of those attacks using their invincibility. You know, so you need certain speed for them to be able to do this thing, the invincibility on every single AoE attack the boss deal. But that also depends on your DPS, because the boss will change form if you deal enough damage to him. So you cannot just blindly follow my Nicole and Alice speed. You need to adjust it yourself depending on your DPS damage. I will show you the speed that I have right now, just in case you also deal a similar damage to my Brewster and Mingsuo. But yeah, look at that. I only managed to squeeze so much in that limited amount of time, but what I like about my speed in here, I will never change this speed anymore, because I managed to keep invincibility for every time the boss deals damage to me, for every single attack that he deals. So this is the Nicole speed, 140 bonus speed, and then this is the Alice speed, 134 bonus speed, with the Brewster 110, Yujing 205, Mingsuo 42, and Liu Shang 115. So if you don't have those exact speed and damage, you probably won't have the same result as mine. And Venuru, most of the new Esper seems to work at R0. Some of the old ones, if not most, needs R2 to work, otherwise their performance is just mid. Actually, the new Esper also, they can work, some of them, a lot of players think they can only work at Resonance 2 or something or above, but it's me you are talking about. Like, I can make use of any Esper at any resonance, so that's why you seem like looking at magic in here. Because I can make use of any Esper as long as it is in my account. So yeah, like other Espers should have like resonance 2 or above to work. That's still the norm. It's not that they cannot work at Resonance 0, but you need to change your perspective if you do want to make use of them at Resonance 0. You know. Chedoglo seems asking you to use Simmer DPS. Yes, exactly. Because you cannot damage him more than 6 times, I think, if you use any other element. So you need to make use of your Simmer DPS. And the best one, again, is always Mingsuo. So those are my Dislyte lands lineup. We're gonna go to the Sentinel Hunt now. This one is done. There's the Sentinel Hunt. And I do have a choice. Countess Sonica or Darkstar. I'm gonna do the Countess Sonica, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna do Countess Sonica. Let's go. So in the Countess Sonica, she will stay in the first phase all the time on all three teams. So you do need to use a defender esper on all three of your lineup. The first one, as usual, I'm making use of Feng Sun and Yuxu combo. So you now know my replacement for a Leaf lineup on all the other players out there. I'm still using my Yuxu. And she still deals really good damage actually if you actually build on her. You just need to increase her divinate to level 30 and that's it. You know, she will deal really high damage, and I'm guessing you can already just get her at Resonance 6, and Billing 1 is no problem for you. This is an epic Esper. And then Lu Shang there to keep increasing their defense, and also Feng Sun's damage. And the main reason is because I need Fatum Sister to have her ability, second ability, to be able to be spam every single turn. So that I can keep cleansing, because you cannot heal your Esper on Countess Sonica, so the only heal that you can do is actually cleanse. Cleansing turns into heal in Countess Sonica, so that's why the Catherine is here. And also because Catherine gives a standoff to all allies, and the more buffs Yuxu has, the more damage she will deal. Okay, so that's the first team. The second team, the Embla and Fuse combo. Fuse is the defender. This is my defender damage coming from here, but they are having trouble because this is actually the third team, but I put it on the second team because of how long Donar and Chu Yao takes to die. So this one I'm making use of Mavis because I need them to live as long as they can to deal damage. They are not actually the best, but this is the only one I have. Like I said, I don't have that many defender espers, so I cannot deal quite a lot of damage. I'll probably will be able to, how to say, like try out Nathaniel, you know, and making use of his basic ability as damage. I don't know how it will perform, you know, compared to Fusu, but it should be great. I don't know. Let me try later. Like probably pairing him up with Liam should be great, you know. But the last one is making use of Chu Yao and Donar combo. Let me just start the battle here. Let's go. I'm gonna explain as we go. Bang, gue nonton live pas mulu yang pertama kali muka kucingnya kayak sedih. Oke ya bang. Hai bang Raja, welcome to the stream. Sedih gitu, ya? Gue nggak tahu sih. Kayak so yeah, we already explained this. So you just enjoy the damage coming from each show. And yeah, again, this is a beginner-friendly lineup. Like I said, all of my lineup works at Resonance 0 because I myself don't have high resonance on my Esper. Also, if they have high resonance, like it doesn't really change the game. For Fatum Sister, Resonance 6 makes her able to revive your allies once he dies, but we try not to die in PvE. So Resonance 6 is not gonna work. Like is you don't care whether it's there or not. What you're aiming for, what you need to do for Fatum Sister is to give her build, so that she has a very low cooldown on her second ability, so that you can keep on cleansing yourself. And the thing about the Sentinel Hunt is that once the enemy receives 2 million damage, which is enough to get you to EX++, they will significantly increase their speed. Like they will go berserk once they receive 2 million damage. So for most players, you probably gonna stop at 2 million damage, but that is actually enough. You don't actually need to aim for higher in 79 hand. You can just finish the whole speed and sentinel hand with only like 2 million damage for each team, and you will still get the same score as everybody else. But I like to just try as far as I can go. Like I said, in function and Yuchu, like even though the boss moves really fast, like because I attack on every time any of my allies move, so they will still keep on attacking, dealing damage to the boss. Yes, it's gonna be totally different if you see my other. So we are starting to die now. That's the beauty of a Tomb Sister. It just resurrect the dead. And keep on dealing damage. Now this is gonna be long because of how hard it is for you to die. So yeah, bear with me. We're gonna see the second team. The second team gonna be really fast. But the third team, you might want to start opening a new YouTube tab right now. So you're gonna take a long time for the donut to finish. So this is the Yuxu and Emma. Oh yeah, I should change their rally. Yeah, in this lineup, I still have them at the Thunder Rally. I need to change them to using. It's only really. Or maybe the Fuse. The Fuse is. No, it's only probably not the ideal. Because I just made a new relief set for both of them. I'm gonna need to probably 3 of them. We'll see how much damage they can deal. If I change it to the new updated one. But yeah, I'm using my Ibis there just for insurance in case I die. And Clara and Jinyu Yao is like a much needed cleanser. I need a lot of cleanser in this lineup. So yeah, look at that, I'm not already dying. Luckily I have my Ibis. And if they don't die, if I get lucky, then maybe still have her use. Her third skill, the Holiday Rest, increase my critical damage by 60%. You know? So still increase my damage deal to the boss. So don't think about Maymis being useless in PvE, you know, if you never die. Even if you never die, her third skill gives you 60% critical damage more, which is great. So now the Counter Sonica already received 2 million damage. Like I said, it's gonna go berserk. Look at that. My Esper will only move once and then the boss will move. Insanely fast. So now this is where I die. But at this time I'm able to deal 3 million damage, which is enough to get me to EX++. So that's the purpose of the second one. No matter what I use, like I use Liam, I use Renzi, I use Fuse, I use what, it always all stop at 2 million damage. So this is the highest I can get using Minis, like 3 million damage. Now this one is interesting. The U-Run is only there for the speed captain. I don't really care like who is the speed captain at this point. And the Sally and the Celine is there just for the cleanse. Also Celine gives defense up for Donut to deal more damage. And the main highlight here is the Chuyao and the Donut combo. The thing is that for Chuyao, Because of his spirit ages, every time we receive damage, we will cleanse ourselves. And as you know, in Counter Sonica, cleansing yourself is equal to healing yourself. And the spirit ages will always stay on you, even if Chuyao dies. So that means that my Donar will never ever die, because he has the spirit ages. Now I can just give this to Liam, I can give this to Yukshu, I could have given this to Kutsu. Why I choose Donar? Because of how long my Donar takes to die. Like, eventually, after certain enough damage, like you see, Counter Sonica will just keep on moving by herself without letting any of my escort move. Now, the only one at that point, the only one that can attack the Counter Sonica back is Donar. Like if I pair Chuyao together with someone like, for example, like Yukshu just now. You saw Yukshu just now. The boss will move 10 times before what my Yukshu able to make a move. You see? So it is useless giving a spirit aegis to Yukshu. She will just prolong the battle, but she will never ever deal damage to the boss anyway. But for Donar Thunder Blessing is insane. Like, after you receive 5 hits, you will be able to deal damage to the boss, to the enemy, and gain a bonus turn. You see, so he doesn't need to move himself. You know, once he gets conductor, look at that, receive 5 damage from the boss, and you will get a bonus turn, and you will move. Deal damage to the boss, hopefully use your third ability, and also your third ability, his third ability gives defense up to Donar himself. So he can increase his damage by himself, the boss. And also, if I give him Avatara, all these attacks will have a chance for Donar to trigger his basic ability. Again, making me able to still inflict damage while this thing happens, like this mortality happens. You see? Like that. See, the conductor is happening again. Once I receive 5 hits, then I will get the bonus turn. I will be able to steal the damage to the boss. So this is what I mean about this fight gonna take long. This fight will keep going on until 100 turns is up. You know, there's a limit to how long Sentinel Hunt can go. Like there is no turn limit like in the Falsetto Fantasy, but the battle will stop once you reach like 100 turns. You know, it's just hidden. The turn is just hidden, but the battle will end once you reach 100 turns. So it's to avoid you dealing like, you know, avoid you having like an endless fight in here because of this kind of. This is not actually a bug. This is like an actual gameplay that Sonica has. So they will never change this. This will always gonna happen. So yeah, luckily there's a 100 turn limit. Otherwise, this battle will never end. I can just deal like 1 billion damage to Sonica if they don't give a limit to how long this battle can go on. And you can actually check like how long the battle already goes on by checking the debuff on Donar. Look at this, Celestial Deal, 53 stacks. Yeah, the battle already goes on for 53 turns. Okay. So that's it. 14, 3, 10. Yeah. So let me change this rally. Let me adjust the rally. I think. Ooh, look at that. Even my Yukshu is not on the updated rally. Wait, why do I have this? Do I need attack? No, I don't need attack for Yukshu.
Lord.
I could have just go on with this. Okay. And then the Feng Sun using the Calamity set deals more damage with less speed. Then the Lushan is Lucy use Lushan. is that I give defense up more. Oh yeah. Oh wait, I need to change back. Because my Fatum sister already give 100% resist, my Lusang already give 100% resist. Now it's only Catherine. But I need Catherine to move fast, so I sacrifice some. This one. Yeah. It's actually already perfect for Feng Shui. Yeah, it's only this one. I only need to change the Yukshu. So what I need is that because we deal more damage, the more defense we have. So I need all 4 of my other Esper, hopefully, like giving 100% resist with hold fast. So I will get more defense on my Yukshu. Now for this one, I do want to update this relic because I just recently made a new Embla and Booster relic. Oh, it's on Donar there. I guess we want to go right. I'll try this one. Or maybe this one. Yeah, we need accuracy.
I'll find a way to recover your memories.
Now the Embla one.
Only
I'm actually using Ahmed. What the hell? This one is on the back. I don't want to change the Donar one.
I seem to have had a sad dream.
This one is correct. Let's use the Ahmed one. Now going to Mavis. Mavis is alright. Jin Yao is also alright. Clara is okay. Yuran is okay. Juyo is okay. Silva is okay. Yuran is okay. Donan is okay. Okay, let's split this. See how much damage we deal. Is there an upgrade? Nope, it's still the same. So yeah, doesn't matter what relic I use, it's still the same. Although the Yukshu one probably get increased just now. Yeah, the Yukshu one increased actually. So I might want to change the Yukshu to
Lord.
Yukshu relic. Okay. So let's replace this. There we go. We're done. Wait, I still have 3 more time. Okay. I don't know about this one. Let me try. I forgot what's happening on this team. Oh yeah, I already updated this one. This is my Star Lord Sentinel.
It finds a face, the Dark Star Lord.
So this is actually my first modified first team on the Falsetto Fantasies Star Lord. Just don't want to change too many lineup. It takes so much time to build a new lineup. So yeah, I just removed the Yalina and changed it to Sally. That's it. Now this is the new one, the second team. Actually, not really the new one. This is the same one as my concept of fantasy team. Just like in every other lineup, you know, like this is the strongest lineup that I can have using my current S. Mings for Lu Shang, Yu Jing, Feng Sun, and Chu Yao. Like, look at this damage. Even though the enemy doesn't have defense down and seer, like I still deal insane amount of damage there. 3.5 million with only seer. There is no defense down. Like, if you see my previous life, I'm able to hit like 9 million burst damage. And the thing about Mingsuo is that because of his thunderclap, I can still deal damage. Even though all of my lineup already dead. Now this is just an extra lineup. Or maybe this is my first. Yeah, I think this is my Sentinel Hunter. Because I already use Feng Sun in my Mingsuo's lineup. Because he deals so much less damage without the Feng Sun. So I cannot use the Elif and Feng Sun combo in here. It's either this or reducing like in my facet of fantasy, like my Mingsuo is able to deal like up to 40 million damage. And if I remove the Mingsuo, I will only deal like 15 million damage. So I lost like 25 million damage. And by giving Feng Sun to Elif, I can only get Elif to deal like 12 million damage. So it's a loss of 25 million just to get 12 million damage. And without the Feng Sun, Elif only get 2 million damage. So 10 million against 25 million. So yeah, I rather have Feng Sun on the Mingsuo. So let's split this. Gonna take the Inferno because we need that for the Meta Drew. And that's it. That's our dailies. So everything is done. We go to the mission. as usual, it's a new week. Buy everything in the shop if you have the money. So if you do want to follow what I'm buying in here, just take a look. These are all the important ones without using up your without spending any money, like, because you have a limited amount of currency to use every week. Okay, so I think that's it. We haven't opened up new content in here, right? 7 days, so yeah, still far. So that's it for tonight's stream, guys. We finished our dailies and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.